there. I left home some like 5 minutes to 6. It was still dark, and this headlight is not serving anything. It is so bright, it is disturbing the oncoming drivers, but it is not helping you. So if you're planning to get a Tekken, just make sure you have auxiliary lights around here. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of Two Wheels Paradise, this is Meshach coming to you from Migori. This is Migori town. And I just want to take a minute and talk about this motorcycle that looks so dirty. Yeah, it looks so dirty right now. I have been riding this bike today since 6 a.m. from Nairobi. And right now we are in Migori. And actually, I am just back from Isimbania, Tanzania border. So far, we have done, let me see, how many kilometers? Should be over 500 now. 560 kilometers. Having used the bike for 560 kilometers, I believe I have enough information about the motorcycle to just give a short review and also tell you things that I feel concerning, things I wish the company can improve. First things first, this motorcycle is feeling smooth, it's riding smooth. The bike is performing okay, although it is new. I was not speeding, I was just coming at an average of 70 kilometers an hour. And after having been on this bike for around 8 hours today, 8 good hours on the motorcycle, I have learned a few things about it. One, the bike has very good fuel consumption. Yeah, very good fuel consumption. I have not done the real math in terms of kilometers per liter, but the amount of money I have used to fuel this bike today for those 560 kilometers, I can tell you this bike is consuming fairly. The bike feels small. Yeah, it feels small. For someone with my stature, someone with 80 something kgs and almost 6 feet tall, the bike feels a little bit small, but that is not an issue. It is a 250cc. It is an entry level into the world of adventure. You can expect those things. For the boxes, they are okay, although they are holding a lot of wind. If you want to commute with the bike on daily basis, I would suggest sometimes you leave these ones at home. Just have this, you leave these ones. They are holding a lot of wind, making the bike wobble in situations where you are around big trucks, especially if a huge truck is coming and then you are on the other direction. You can really feel the wind, and it is because of the boxes. Something else I would wish these people can do is to make the windshield standard in all their bikes. Yeah, make the windshield standard. The wind is too much. The wind is too much. So if they can make the windshield standard, not as an accessory, an added accessory, but part of the bike, the same way they did with the handguards, I wish they can do the same with the windshield. Have this bike with windshield straight from factory. It would be so nice. It would actually make the bike even look bigger. One thing that made me get concerned is the side mirrors. For someone with broad shoulders like myself, you're finding that this part of the side mirror is the only thing you have to use. See? The shape of the side mirror is not very much okay, because as you're riding, you want to keep checking what is happening behind you. But for someone with wide shoulders like myself, you're finding yourself struggling because of this small part. The bigger part of the side mirror is covering your shoulders, your shoulders, you're left with a very small piece of the side mirror to see what is important. So I would suggest they get other side mirrors, a different shape of side mirror, to make sure we have a bigger part of it that you can actually use. Because now the way it is, someone with bigger shoulders than myself will not even see anything from here. If I am the one struggling, I believe with someone with bigger shoulders than myself will actually have it very rough. Something else I noted that is not very nice is the fuel tap, the petcock. You know, bikes with carburetors always have that tap that you turn for reserve, turn for the main tank. If you want to lock fuel from flowing, there is the tap. This one is hidden somewhere. You cannot grab it very easily. It is hidden somewhere. And I don't know why this company that is making Tekkens always have a behavior of hiding things. The other times we had a complaint with the previous generation about this. It was hidden somewhere here. You could not even check oil in the morning unless now you have to remove this. See, it was hidden here. We complained a lot, and now this generation came with a sensible position for the fuel, for the oil cap. See, this is sensible now. But we still have a problem. There is this screw. Can you see the screw? This one. For the overflow. Yeah, for the overflow. You cannot adjust anything in the cab down here because the carburetor and the exhaust are in each other's line. The exhaust is protecting the cab and also preventing you from doing anything with the cab. Yeah. As I was coming, I ran into some issues of overflow. I don't know what happened. I think I fueled the bike so high, the tank was so full, to a point I started getting overflow. I tried to adjust this screw, tried to cross down, it wasn't possible. It was not possible. I realized that one is in the line of some work. It is not in a very good position. That one is not in a very good position. These guys will have to get some things right, especially stuff that require to be adjusted and checked regularly should not be hidden so much, like that overflow screw and the fuel tap. Yeah, you see, fuel taps are supposed to be accessible even while you are riding, because if you are riding on the main tank and your fuel is getting low, you are on the highway, you're supposed to adjust the tap to make the bike consume fuel from the reserve. So if you cannot access this one on the highway, it means you'll have to struggle with the bike will go off, then you can stop, park somewhere, and then start struggling with the tap. So this one is not so nice. I just wish these guys can get this one right. At least make the pipe a little bit longer to a place like this. Yeah, a place like this, where while you're seated, you can actually twist it with your hand and it will make a lot of sense. The bike doesn't come with hazards. I realized that. The bike doesn't have hazards. Hazards should be standard. I believe these days, hazards should just be standard. Let's just make it a habit of having hazards, because they are very useful. They are very useful. The headlight is just not here, not there. I left home some like 5 minutes to 6. It was still dark, and this headlight is not serving anything. It is so bright, it is disturbing the oncoming drivers, but it is not helping you. So if you're planning to get a Tekken, just make sure you have auxiliary lights around here. Just have auxiliary lights somewhere there, or just anywhere. Just find somewhere, even here. You can clamp them here. Just find somewhere and get auxiliary lights. This headlight is not serving the purpose it is supposed to be serving. It is not. To tell you the truth, this one is not serving you properly. Everything else is working fine. Everything else is up to standard. I love the way the bike looks. I love the way it handles. The corners, the braking, actually the brakes are so good. The bike is feeling okay. The suspension is a little bit hard, although I believe after being used for a couple of thousand kilometers, it is going to become a little bit soft. I believe so. Finally, my final complaint is the seat. The seat is not so good. After like 200 kilometers, it starts to pinch you. Yeah, it starts to make you feel hot. This one is not so good. I wish in the next generation they can improve the material that is inside these covers. Whatever foam material they are using, it's not serving the real purpose properly. After 200 to 220 kilometers, you start to struggle with the seat. Again, this gap is so small. Yeah, this gap is so small between where you're supposed to be seated and your groin. The gap is so small to a point you will have to find a way of sitting to avoid pushing your groin so hard against the tank. So this cover, it may look beautiful, but to me it is just complicating issues. It may look beautiful, but complicating issues. All in all, the bike is okay, very much okay. The consumption is okay. The smoothness in cruising speed, the braking, it is also accelerating fine. Actually, I started realizing it is improving performance after 300 kilometers. You know, it is still new, so a lot of things are not well seated. After 1,000 kilometers, now that's the time you can actually test how much speed this bike can go and stuff like that. But for now, I have noted the more I keep riding it, the more it is improving in performance. So meaning it is breaking in slowly, but also surely it is actually breaking in properly. We are at 500 and something kilometers, 560. That is enough to let me have all this, because I have been riding the bike the whole day. And right now I'm in Migori. I'm just back from Sebania border. This is a good bike. This is a good bike. I can promise you, it's a good bike. If you buy this one, you will not regret it. You only need to take care of those few things. The moment you learn how to live with them and also improve some of them that you can improve, you're gonna be good. Yeah, so my journey with the Tekken 2024 comes to an end. Thank you so much for following up. I am actually supposed to be delivering this bike to a client in this town of Migori, meaning I'm not going back with it to Nairobi. This bike is now home. The new owner is just about to pick it. Then I can find my way back to Nairobi. Thank you so much for following up, and God be with you. Tekken 20